Great teaching is at the heart of exceptional learning, and we're excited to share that since the start of this year, we've launched Folio, a dynamic digital platform designed to support our teachers' growth and development. With Folio, teachers set meaningful goals, track their progress, and collaborate with peers to continually enhance their teaching. Aligned with our strategic plan, Folio plays a key role in fostering a culture of continuous learning and ensuring excellence in teaching for years to come. Now let's take a look at Folio in action.
My Folio goal is active engagement, and I chose active engagement because I wanted students to begin to create a more personal connection to history. I think that active engagement is important to students because history tends to be one of those subjects that runs a little dry, and I think the active part is really important because it gets students more engaged with the material. And then with that, I think there's an opportunity for students to make a personal connection with the history, and I'm all about making history come to life as much as possible, and I think through active engagement is the best way. Some of the steps that I've taken to achieve this goal have been to implement small plays, specifically in 6th grade, for example. They do a play on Julius Caesar, which they absolutely love. It is a play about soldiers discussing Julius Caesar's death, and they're gossiping on the streets of Rome, and the kids get really into it. They love it. It's a great way to make history to come to life. They really enjoy it. It's a great way for the students to also get up, use a little movement as well, and they embody these roles so well, and I feel that they have an emotional connection to the material, and it really makes it stick more in their brains. It actually translates into test scores. The students test better when I've done these kinds of plays or activities. It's really going beyond the textbook and memorization. It's truly living history. Through this goal and through these activities, I want to tell the students that history doesn't just belong in the classroom or in the textbook. It extends far beyond that, and I ultimately want to inspire them, and at the same time, they inspire me every day, and it's why I'm a history teacher.
My Folio goal is child-centered learning. My hope is that I can be a facilitator in the classroom and encourage my students to be confident. They can collaborate with each other. Their interests will really shine through in something that we do. We can go to the library, we can go on nature hikes, we can build something, we can find a way to take that knowledge and take it somewhere. It is something that they are really the drivers on.
My Folio goal is recycling collaborative creators, and the idea of the goal is to help the children understand their place within the community, not just the classroom community, which we're building really beautifully right now and using recycled materials in our own classroom, reused yogurt tops and cereal containers, but we're also going to expand it into the larger school community as we reach out to other teachers and departments to collect unused materials.
We are facilitating play with them. So they are block building, they are creating little restaurants in the classroom, they're painting, they're doing art projects.
As they grow together and they develop these abilities, as the year goes on, we can take it to the next level with collecting different materials from around the school and really dive deeper into those creative projects as they collaborate and work together. So not only will they expand their understanding of their community, but they'll also have an agency of their own creativity and their own creative process, as well as being environmental stewards.
What looks like just play is so much bigger than that. It's these children are collaborating, they're working together, they're resolving conflicts. I think that will make them lifelong learners and make them confident, and they can take that with them wherever they go.
My Folio goal for this year was to build resilience and a growth mindset among my students. I chose it because I started noticing early on in the year that there was this collective hesitancy to start projects or assignments even. And then sometimes even once they would take the plunge and get started, I'd see another sense amongst some students of constant reassurance, a need for it, and that's a human thing, but just, did I do this right? Is this what you were looking for? I believe a goal like resilience and a growth mindset is important for students because it's a lifelong goal. It's a lifelong need. I surrounded the room with a theme of just positivity and encouraging messages, just, like, you can do it, that type of thing. Just to kind of piggyback off of the meat coaster idea that some restaurants do, I have them just kind of keep a green side up if they feel like they need my help and they want me to come on over, they don't want to raise their hand. Or the red just kind of is general, I'm good, I can keep working independently. One more thing that I'm doing is just to reflect, just a simple exit slip, as it were, just to ask, what do you feel went well, and where was your area of struggle, and what would you say to a friend who felt like who failed the test perhaps? What would you say to that friend? And I want to turn that around and say, well, why don't we say that to ourselves? Let's be kind to ourselves too. I've already started to see the impact, actually, just in general, when they are faced with a challenging task or project, they are less quick to ask for my guidance and my help. They're more inclined now to use their resources that they have at their fingertips already. And so I'm happy to see that, and I hope that's something that I can continue to build on as we move throughout the year.
My folio goal is to incorporate universal themes and depth and complexity icons into the classroom. And universal themes are just simply big ideas that allow for interconnectedness. They permeate everything in the world around us, ideas like systems and structures and relationships. And the depth and complexity icons are simply visual prompts to allow for deeper thinking.
My folio goal is active engagement, which means fostering a learning environment where students are fully involved in hands-on exploration in their own unique way. I've seen firsthand how engagement drives deeper learning and improves understanding. Necessary skills like problem solving, teamwork, creativity are developed by the students when they are actively engaged.
When children are building their schema, taking in their information, it becomes more effective when they can compartmentalize their learning around big ideas. Primarily, the way we brought our two subjects together is we start with our universal theme, active engagement. We bring that to an inquiry in which the children can explore hands-on and make observations. Then we have the content where they're introduced to the information. We allow then for them to reflect in their journals and show their thinking through drawing and labeling. And then they head to the Wonder Lab where they can really synthesize this information. The content that they're learning, for example, if they're learning about worms, the parts of worms and their habitat, they would take that content and synthesize it in Wonder Lab.
And then in Wonder Lab, when they would come to me, we would make worm habitats out of loose parts and through play. By collaborating and exploring, students learn to approach challenges creatively and persistently. These experiences help them gain confidence in their abilities, foster independence, and prepare them to think critically in any situation.
As opposed to an addition, a math, a science, all these little threads, they're making big, cohesive concepts in their brain, which allow for more interdisciplinary thinking.
It equips students with essential skills that will benefit not only in the classroom, but throughout their lives.
Through Folio, we are supporting every teacher in their growth, reflection, and advancement of our mission and vision. We're excited to see how this new tool will help our teachers grow and translate into even better learning experiences for our students. This launch is an important step in our commitment to excellence in teaching and aligns perfectly with our vision of being a model for pre-nursery through 8th grade education.